Vande Sambhumapatim Suragurum Vande Jagatkaranam Vande Pannagabhushanam Sisidharam Vande Pasunam Patim Vande Surya Shishanka Vanninayanam Vande Mukunda Priyam Vande Bhaktajana Asrayam Chavaradam Vande Bhaktajana Asrayam Chavaradam Vande Shivam Shankaram. Friends, Bhakti is a Sanskrit word. When this Sanskrit word is translated into English, it is devotion. Then what is devotion? Devotion is an emotion, a noble emotion, a positive emotion, a welcome emotion, an enlightening emotion, an enjoyable emotion, a divine emotion. We all have the emotions. And what is an emotion? It is an excess of feeling, a surplus of feeling, an overflow of feeling, a flood of feeling. We all have the feelings. What are those feelings? Anger is a feeling. Jealousy is a feeling. Envy is a feeling. Possessiveness is a feeling. Greed is a feeling. Umpteen feelings. We like, liking is a feeling. We dislike, dislike is a feeling. We hate, hatred is a feeling. Hundreds of feelings we have. All these feelings may be available, may not be available in every heart. Anger is not present in Yudhishthira, Dharmaraj. He does not know the feeling called anger. He was never angry with anybody. Shatrutva, enmity, he never knows. Ajata Shatru he is called. Even by birth, he is deprived of, devoid of, he does not have that feeling of enmity. For Duryodhana, everybody is an enemy. He is jealous of everybody. He is angry with everybody. His very nature is to have that feeling of envy. Quite opposite. Dharmaraj does not have envy at all. He does not have anger at all. He does not have enmity at all. Now you see the order. We have the word devotion. Devotion is a noble emotion, and that noble emotion is an excess of noble feeling. There are feelings positive. There are feelings negative. Friendship is a positive feeling. Enmity is a negative feeling. We like, it's a positive feeling. We hate, it's a negative feeling. Our hearts are the seats of feelings. Everybody has a heart. Every person has a heart. Suddenly, if there is a sound of a thunder, the reaction we feel. And it is in the heart, fear. And in all the cinemas, you find the hero looking at the girl, develops the feeling of love. He keeps his right hand on the chest and he says, I love you. It's a feeling. What does he mean? He has a feeling sprung here. It came up here and he shows I love you. You find the symbol of love, hearts and an arrow. This is the place where we have all the feelings. Some feelings are present, some feelings are not present. Whatever may be the person, whatever may be the heart, one feeling is essentially present, inevitably present, naturally present in every person, and that is love. All are the byproducts. If the love is obstructed, it is anger. If the love is body bound, it is lust. If the love is contaminated, polluted, if it is made impure, it may be jealousy. So what is the basic feeling? You have the milk. You put coffee powder in it, it becomes coffee. You put tea in it, it becomes tea. You put water in it, it gets diluted. You put salt in it, it breaks. But love is essentially present. That is the milk of human kindness, humanity, humanism. Love is present in every one of us. Now, what is Bhakti Yoga? First step of Bhakti Yoga is this essential feeling of prema, the inevitable core feeling of love. By birth we have it, by composition we have it, by constitution we have it, and this love must be prevented from pollution, purification. Gold is available in the bowels of the earth, and this gold is impure gold mixed with mud, mixed with so many impurities. To get that pure gold, we first remove the impurities. Jealousy is to be removed, envy is to be removed, possessiveness is to be removed, lust is to be removed, coffee powder is to be removed, tea powder is to be removed, salt is to be removed. What remains then? Pure love. That is the first step for Bhakti Yoga. To have the full thrill of devotion, to enjoy that complete happiness of devotion, it should be free from contamination. It should be free from pollution. It should be free from all negativism. And all negativism is born of that self-centered nature, egocentric nature. Atmanastu kamaya priyo bhavat, Yajnavalkya says, we love because it is useful to us. A person loves a woman because she is a source of pleasure to him. Everywhere my requirement is my pleasure. I love it because it is useful to me. That impurity also is to be removed. From the philosophic point of view, from the spiritual point of view, from the moral point of view, from the ethical point of view, from the social point of view, from the administration point of view, what is it topmost? I love myself. Love is always present. Whom you love, when you love, where you love, the language of love, the expression of love, the degree of love, the intensity of love may change from person to person. One person may sing songs on account of his love for God or woman. Another person may write stories. Another person may build the institution on account of his love. Love has various expressions, and all those expressions are born in the heart. Without love, there is no life. We love ourselves. Nobody is an exception. We love ourselves. What is that ourselves? Two things. One is egoism, body bound. The other is the core product, the self Atman. From the love of the body and its belongings, we move to that eternity, immortality, permanent, constant, consistent Atman. Bhakti Yoga is to move from the love of ego to the love of Atman. In simplest words, Bhakti Yoga is not a selfish love, it is unselfish love. Love for the sake of love. We go to the bathroom, there we find the private time, nobody to disturb us. I feel like singing a song, and in every person there is a feeling, and in the bathroom we sing songs. Why? We love it. Do you get money for it? Do you get recognition for it? It is a satisfaction. Bhakti Yoga has its fulfillment, is its expression, and that is pure love, uncontaminated love. Love flowers on its own, it blossoms on its own, it is not self-centered. This concept is beautifully presented by Swami Vivekananda in his Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is different from ordinary bhakti. Bhakti may be an exultant expression of your emotion, but it may have the impurities in it. Purify it, develop it, evolve. Evolve in English means to grow from within. It is parinama, to emerge. It is to ripen. What is this evolution? The seed sprouts. It becomes a plant. Where does the plant come from? It is from the seed. The plant grows to be a tree. Where does the tree come from? From the plant. The tree grows further, spreads its branches, begins to have the buds. Buds become flowers. Flowers become nuts, nuts become fruits, and the fruit is for the welfare of mankind. Do you ever see any tree eating its own fruit? Do we ever see any cow drinking its own milk? Never. This love grows to its perfection, to its ripened form, to its fruition, to its full blossom, and that is for the service. To love is to serve. To serve is to sacrifice. The fruit is given. It is given up by the tree. The cow manufactures the milk, produces the milk, and it gives up the milk for the welfare of mankind. Now, the formula of Bhakti Yoga therefore is to love is natural. This natural love is to be purified. When it is purified, it is ready to grow. The fencing is necessary at the time of growth, a little discipline is necessary. Watering is necessary. Protection is necessary so that it is not eaten away by the evils, by the negatives, by the pollutions, by the contaminating creatures, eating creatures. And then it begins to flow and it becomes a flood. The whole gamut of Bhakti Yoga can be said in this. And that growth is called Parinama Bhakti. What we have in our heart blossoms, ripens, grows to its perfection, and is available for the service of everybody. Self-satisfaction, self-illumination, self-enlightenment, Brahmananda we enjoy. The first state of bhakti is egocentric. Arto jigyasurardhati jnani cha bharatarshava. The first expression is prayer, devotion, love for the self, and he or she prays for the protection. And in Bhagavata Purana, we find the elephant king Gajendra. That animal is in us. That instinct is in us. We are all from the subhuman. We have evolved. And this subhuman instinct, this animal instinct, also has the love. That love is for the self and protection. Therefore, when I am unable to protect myself, I pray to some supreme power, some sublime power. This love comes out as a devotion to a deity. We all have the self-love. We all want ourselves to be protected. Prana Rakshana. This is the lowest subhuman devotion. Subhuman love. Instinctive love. Seeking protection. From that state, Gajendra is not an elephant praying, etc. We are all caught in the clutches of the crocodile, the modern negative feelings, negative activities, negative diversions, negative expressions, and all that is represented by the crocodile. We are caught in the family, we are caught in the institution, we are caught among the enemies, Kama, Krodha, etc. And from that crocodile, this self requires protection. It prays, Ave Ishvara, Kavave Varada, Samrakshinsu Bhadratmaka Demunin. We fall at the feet of the Almighty. We do not know who He is, who she is, what it is. But still, the love of the self prompts us to have absolute protection. This is the first stage. Krishna says, Arto. And then we find the self-respect is in danger. Gajendra has prayed, is devoted on account of his life in danger, his body in danger, his self in danger, Pranarakshana. When you come to Draupadi, it is not a different person. It's an evolved expression of devotion. Here, the animal instinct prays for the protection of the body life. Here, the mind further evolves. The protection is not for the body or the life. It is for the protection of self-respect. Still, he identifies himself with the body. Draupadi wants her honor to be protected. The evolved mind wants the self-respect to be protected, honor to be protected. This is the second step. In arthas, people in distress, people in despair, people in dejection, people in suffering, people in the pool of this depression, they want protection, self-love. First is Pranarakshana, next is Manarakshana. Mana means self-respect. Gajendra and Draupadi are not two different things. Gajendra is the animal state of mind. Draupadi is a little evolved mind wherein self is honor, self-protection. Pranarakshana and then Manarakshana, we pray. When once these two are fulfilled, man is greedy. Man has desires. Man means woman also. Absolutely still concerned about the self. Let me have a good house, desire. A good wife, obedient wife. Like wife to serve me, give me pleasure, a job where I don't have work, only remuneration, only honor. Step Ardharthi. Artha Bhakti, self-centered. Ardharthi, Artha means objects of pleasure. you find Kuchela. He is in dire poverty. He wants himself and his family to be protected. He has gone to Krishna. Kuchela is not somebody in a textbook. Everybody is a Kuchela. Chela in Sanskrit means cloth. Kanchana chela, golden cloth. Pattu chela, silk cloth. Kuksu chela, very good cloth. Kuchela, torn cloth, dirty cloth, foul-smelling cloth. We are all wearing that cloth called skin. It has 9 holes. Anything coming out of these 9 holes is dirty. From the eyes, from the ears, from the nose, from the mouth. All over the body we have the holes. Sweat. Durgandha Purita. And this bodied man or woman has umpteen infinite desires. Kuchela or Sudama has 27 children. 27 are the stars. Thousands, infinite desires. If one desire is fulfilled, next desire, next desire. Please make me get a degree. Postgraduate degree, MPhil degree, PhD degree. Let me be the president. After that, global president. There is no limit to the desires. And all those desires are self-centered. Kuchela goes to Krishna. Ardharthi. Now development Artha Bhakti, Ardharthi Bhakti, and now when you pray to God on account of your self-centered love, some desires are fulfilled, some are not fulfilled. He gets you married, but no children. He gets you married, but a quarrelsome wife. But beautiful, no doubt. Quarrelsome. She won't give you coffee. She won't wake up before you wake up. What is this woman I prayed? There will be always some disappointment, some negative thing in the fulfillment of the desire. Arjun has a son, Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu is Sri Krishna's sister's son. Krishna's sister is Subhadra. Subhadra's son is Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu died on the 13th day on the battlefield. Arjun went, please give life to my son now. Are we closer to Krishna God than Arjun? He did not give the desire fulfilled. He did not give life to Abhimanyu. Kunti Devi is the own paternal aunt of Krishna. Vasudeva's sister is Kunti Devi. She goes to Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, yes. Please protect my sons. Certainly, only 5 Pandavas. No, about Karna. No, I won't. He fulfills the desire of Kunti Devi by protecting the 5 sons, but not Karna. Karna also is the son of Kunti Devi. Arjun has been protected. Throughout the Mahabharata Yuddha, you find Sri Krishna protecting Arjun. Arjun's son is Abhimanyu. No, I won't. Is he not capable? He is capable. Arjuna tells Krishna, my dear Krishna, you are not an ordinary man. Please give him life. No, I cannot. Krishna says, no, don't tell a lie. When you were a student in the Gurukul of Sandipani, you gave life to your Guru's son. Long ago he died. You went to Yamaloka, brought the boy back and gave that boy to the parents. Kartum, akartum, anyatha kartum shaktaha, aghatita ghatana samarthaha. It is Sri Krishna. You are capable of doing, undoing, differently doing. You are capable of everything. How is it you don't protect my son? No, I won't. When Arjun could not get his desire fulfilled, when Kunti Devi has failed, are we to get all our desires fulfilled? Body bound, self-centered. Then we begin to think, why this man is playing? Why this Krishna is playing with me? Is he really kind? Is he really helpful? Does he really help everybody? This questioning is called jignasu. Artha, Artharthi and jignasu, we are evolving, growing, ripening. And that jignasu in Bhagavata is Uddhava. He went on questioning, Krishna, are you really a Gopa boy? If you are really a cowherd boy, how is it possible for you to lift the huge mountain on your small finger? If you are really a cowherd boy, how is it possible for you to show the entire world, galaxies in your small mouth? Tell me who you are. This is the question a jignasu arises. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa asked, who are you? Ma, show me. Ramana Maharshi asked, who am I? Let me have the revelation. A jnani goes within, searches. A bhakta goes out and searches. Krishna, tell me who you are. And then we find in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna was repeatedly questioning, who are you, who are you, who are you? Uddhava was asking, who are you, who are you? Then from the self we are becoming inquirers after truth. In Bhagavad Gita, he has shown, revealed his Vishwarupa. To Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, she revealed herself, displayed herself, showed herself. And then I find myself in him. In the Vishwarupa of Sri Krishna, Arjuna is present. This small self is seen in that large self. This microcosm is found in that macrocosm. And then from the self-centered, ego-centered love, we begin to enlarge. Artha Bhakti, Ardhati Bhakti, Jignasu Bhakti. And finally, we will be in a position to see that divinity, that godliness, that absolute love, everywhere present. Prahlad. Ato jignasurarthati jnani cha bharatarshava. Jnana Bhakti. You take Gajendra on one side and Prahlad on one side. When Gajendra was in difficulties, he prayed, self-centered. When Prahlad was in difficulties, he only enjoyed, smiled and prayed, not for protection, enjoying the beauty of Vishnu everywhere, presence of everywhere, presence of Vishnu everywhere. So the four stages of evolution, Parinama Bhakti, ripening Bhakti, growing Bhakti, unfolding Bhakti, evolving Bhakti, from the self-centered love to the unselfish love. When you are unselfish, when you are able to see that divinity everywhere, you begin to serve. You love Prashanti, serve Prashanti. You love Mr. X, you serve him. Love is to serve. Mother loves the baby, serves the baby, sacrifices her selfish interests for the sake of the baby. Same is the case with patriotism. We love our country, we serve our country, we sacrifice our self-centered interests for the growth, glory and growth of this country. Whatever may be the object, the ultimate result is to negate, to nullify, to sacrifice, to annihilate that self-centeredness. From the ego-centered love to the universal love, we evolve to raise, to grow, and that is Bhakti Yoga. In the simplest words of Swami Vivekananda, to love is to serve. To serve is to sacrifice. Having come to Prashanti, let us purify our hearts, let us ennoble our love, let us expand to infinity, let us see ourselves present everywhere, and we will be there with the Vishwarupa. Let us be one with that infinite, almighty, all-pervading God. Let us meditate on that Brahman, Sri Krishna. Asato